Hello everyone, assalamu alaikum. Today's video is going to be a little different. It's going to be short and long. So short because we're going to just target one topic about the World Health Organization, and long because I'm going to have to translate to Arabic everything I say so the people in Egypt really understand, because this is kind of a live matter for them, okay? So انا هبقى هترجم الفيديو من انجليزي لعربي، فمعلش اصبروا معايا، الموضوع ده مهم جدا لمصر. I don't need to address and tell anyone here on this call how important is the River Nile to the Egyptians, okay, throughout the history. Everyone know Egypt, know that without the River Nile, Egypt will be a dead country, okay? So about a couple of weeks ago, President Trump mentioned something about, that the World Health Organization is in bed with Chinese government. And, I bet you 95% of the people just didn't really think about it, but I started digging more into it. من أسبوعين ترامب وهو بيعمل مؤتمر صحفي قال إن منظمة الصحة العالمية متواطئة مع الحكومة الصينية بشكل ما. Okay, so أنا بدأت أدور وأشوف إيه الحكاية. تعالوا نشوفوا إيه الحكاية. So whenever you start digging into things, you need to start with the head of the snake, right? The head of the organization. So you just go to Wikipedia and put who is the president of the World Health Organization. عايز تعرف أي حاجة ابتدي بص التعبان. فأنا دخلت وشفت مين رئيس منظمة الصحة العالمية. And here's what I found. So Mr. Tedros Adhanom, he is the president of the World Health Organization, okay? Mr. Adhanom, okay, Mr. Tedros, okay, and you will be surprised why he's not doctor, he's just Mr. Okay, he served in the government of Ethiopia as Minister of Health from 2015-2012, and then as Minister of Foreign Affairs from 2012 to 2016 before he became the president of the World Health Organization. مش دكتور actually أستاذ تدرس اللي هو رئيس منظمة الصحة العالمية دلوقتي، كان وزير الصحة في الحكومة الأثيوبية من 2005 ل 2012، وبعد كده بقى وزير الخارجية من 2012 ل 2016. Okay, a lot of people will remember the dates in the Middle East between 2012 and 2016 that Ethiopian government started building the largest dam that ever built pretty much around the world, which called the Renaissance Dam, okay? And during the Arab Springs, at that time, they started building the dam. Egypt was standing against it because it's pretty much a life of matter. Okay, it's a matter of life or death to the Egyptians. If you're gonna cut the River Nile, millions of people literally depend on the water every single day. لو انتوا تفتكروا من 2012 ل 2016 هو ده الكلام اللي بدأ نتكلم فيه، هيبنوا السد وسد النهضة في أثيوبيا في نفس الفترة اللي كان فيها الثورات. Anyway, okay, so if you see in early 2020, Tedros oversaw the world management of the coronavirus pandemic that originated in Wuhan, China. Tedros overlooked the Chinese government attempts to suppress information and offered effusive praise for its content efforts. Instead, he faced significant criticism for what's seen as inadequate handling of the outbreak, including a late declaration of the disease as a pandemic. The backlash included a petition that for his resignation signed by 628,000. Okay, so they announced the pandemic. Okay, يعني مستر تدرس الأخ ده هو أعلن إن ده بقى وباء عالمي، الوباء ده اللي طلع من الصين، بس الناس كلها بتهاجمه هنا إن هو أعلنه متأخر جدا لدرجة إن في 628 ألف واحد بيطالبوا باستقالته. We'll go to the next one. Okay, so remember that he was very late in declaring it was a pandemic. The date was actually March 11th is when he declared the pandemic. Look at this. Ethiopia won't be forced by US on dam, foreign ministers say. Please look at the date, March 13th. Okay, March 13th. The US and the International Monetary Fund, they were having a discussion between Egypt, Ethiopia, and Sudan to sit and agree about the dam. And they agreed on everything. And on the day that it was supposed to sign the agreement, the first week of March, the Ethiopian delegate didn't even show up. and everyone was surprised what happened. We have just agreed on everything. Okay. لو تفتكروا ان في اوائل مارس لما الوفد الاثيوبي كلنا كنا مقتنعين ان اثيوبيا هتوقع على الاتفاق وكله تمام واتفقنا، الوفد الاثيوبي ما طلعش وبدا يهاجم مصر وبدا يهاجم امريكا، ومحدش كان فاهم جات لهم الشجاعه دي قوي كده منين. Okay. A little bit about Tedros. Okay. Tedros was, when he was the foreign minister, okay, now I'm African. I was really happy that we have an African president for the World Health Organization, such a prestigious, position to be in. But Mr. Tedros, the race which began in 2015 turned it bitter in recent weeks as advisor to Dr. Nabarro. Dr. Nabarro was a British doctor who was running against Tedros. Accused Dr. Tedros, he's not a doctor, of having covered up repeated outbreaks of cholera in Ethiopia, which may have delayed the international response. Sound like, we just read this in Wikipedia, that he have delayed announcing that coronavirus have become a pandemic. And more recently, the use of a cholera vaccine there. Mr. Tedros was also accused of complicity in his country's dismal human rights record, which includes massacring protests and jailing and torturing journalists and political opponents. This is the New York Times, by the way. Okay. الراجل اللي هو اسمه منظمة الصحة العالمية ده لما كان وزير الصحة في اثيوبيا اخر ان هم يتعاملوا مع كوليرا واخر ان هم يستعملوا فاكسينيشن. مش بس كده، ده هو متهم بان هو في فتره لما كان وزير خارجيه من 2012 ل 2017 بمجال حقوق الانسان والسجل بتاعهم قتل المتظاهرين، تعذيبهم وسجنهم. So this is the guy who's running the World Health Organization. Okay, now we know that Tedros, okay, he's not a doctor. Okay, by the way, he is the first non-medical, read this please, becoming the first director general who is not a medical doctor. All what he have is a bachelor degree in biology and some PhD somewhere. And then if we go here, this is the dam, okay, Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. You can read about the dam, it's in Wikipedia, but I want you to go down and I want you to go to Cost and Finance, and I want you to go to this line. The turbines and associated electrical equipment of the hydropower plants costing about $1.8 billion US dollars are reportedly financed by Chinese banks. Follow the money, okay, and you know what's going on. Chinese financed the dam that Mr. Tedros, the head of the World Health Organization, okay, was the foreign minister of Ethiopia from 2012 2017. These were the years where the dam was being built, and these were the years where the Chinese money was pouring into Ethiopia. And coming to March, he delayed announcing that the coronavirus is a pandemic, so the whole world was taken by surprise. The Ethiopian government pulled out of the negotiations about the dam, and now no one is talking about the dam while it's being filled, and Egypt is paying the price along with 150 nations. من 2012 2017 راجل رئيس منظمة الصحة العالمية ده كان هو وزير خارجية اثيوبيا، نفس الوقت اللي السد كان بيتبنى فيه، نفس الوقت الفلوس بتاعت الصين هي اللي جت وبنت السد بمليار و800 مليون من ضمن 4.8 مليار. نفس التوقيت اللي هو اعلن فيه ان هي بقت وباء عالمي، هو ده التوقيت اللي الوفد الاثيوبي انسحب فيه من المفاوضات، وهم متاكدين ان لا مصر ولا امريكا ولا حد هيبقى فايق لهم بعدها ب 48 ساعه اول لما ده ينتشر ان هو وباء. امشي ورا الفلوس وانت تعرف الناس تعمل ازاي. The World Health Organization is in bed with the communist Chinese government. And this is not just costing the US or Australia or UK or Egypt the water, it's costing the whole entire world. And so far, almost 40,000 deaths, and we're approaching 1 million people. God bless all humanity. God bless you. Follow the money and you will know who's the beneficiary. ربنا يا رب يساعدنا كلنا ويشفي كل مرضانا في كل مكان. امشي ورا الفلوس وانت تعرف بالظبط مين المستفيد. السلام عليكم.